Activate ability. Put Master into play. Ooh. Activate ability. Put Weaver into play. I guess you could technically put that into play, but greetings, all my happy friends, and welcome back to the MTG Struggle Bus, where I struggle more so you can struggle less. And today we're going to be playing around with some blue-green werewolves. Yeah, a little weird, I know, but I think this deck has some legs to a point. This is... It's kind of taking a new take, right? We've seen some blue-green ramp, but we're changing up the suspects here, and instead of moving away from the bounce giant, I forgot what it's called, and the Cosmo, the snake, Kumo? Drawing a blank now. Anyways, we're going to try to ramp into Tovolar's Huntmaster and a new card from Crimson Vow, Avabruck, Caretaker, turning into Howlpack Huntmaster. I think this is solid, comboed off with Howlpack Piper. So let's go ahead and break it down real quick. Howlpack Piper is a 2/2. This spell can't be countered for 3 and a green. And then here's where we're really making our money. For 1 and a green, tap, you may put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. If it's a wolf or a werewolf, untap Howlpack Piper. Activate this only as a sorcery and has day bound. On the night bound side, very quickly, long story short, you get to look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest in the bottom of your library in a random order. So of course, we can use it later on in the game as a card draw engine to kind of draw into our gas. That's why we're a little more creature heavy. And then you guys know Huntmaster, pack leader, turning the Huntmaster, just it's Wolf Titan for those of you that don't know. And then Avabruck, hexproof 4/4. So not extremely busted, but pretty busted. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature you control. So we can put that on the Piper because if we activate, it untaps her, right? And then she could get in there. Cultivator can get in there. And then, of course, Suspicious Stowaway can get in there, which we'll talk about here in a moment. The flip side is hexproof 6/6. Other permanents you control have hexproof. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put 2 +1/+1 counters on each creature you control. So, of course, the interesting thing here is Piper activating its ability to put this card into play does not count as a spell being cast. So if you only activate Piper and pass it the turn, they will all flip, giving all of them hexproof. We don't quite get the +1/+1 counters to everybody that turn, but we still get them at least to Piper or herself that turn. And then, or actually it's another target creature, so you can't put it on herself. But super busted, very difficult to interact with unless they have a board wipe, which is why we are running negates and Jwari disruptions in the main to hopefully kind of solidify things. The flip side to that obviously is in a perfect world, we'd like to ramp from turn 2 using our Neverwinter Dryads and our Emergence Sequence and our Root Coil Creepers. So that way on turn 3 we could drop Piper. Hopefully Piper doesn't die. And then on turn 5 or 4, right? 3 to play her on 3, ramp on 2, play her on 3. On turn 4, we can play both Caretaker, untapping Piper, playing Huntmaster, untapping Piper, getting in for 4, and then untap and then passing it back to our opponent with a ridiculous board state. Will we make that happen or not? I'm not 100% sure. And then, of course, Hullbreaker just being another interaction, it being flash allows us to turn it into night if I didn't already say that. And then we can cast some of our cheaper spells to bounce or even counter board wipes. Cultivator is our another additional ramp in case Piper gets dealt with. We can ramp into our Cultivator to give us something else to do on 4 that gets us a little bit closer to playing one of these 2 cards. Hullbreaker 7, so there's a bit of a nombo, but once again playing one of these 2 a turn early and making that happen as well. As far as the ramp, we already lightly touched on it. It's all focused on turn 2 because yeah, turn 3 just doesn't really work out for us. I will say this, that I did initially start with a Weaver of Blossoms in the deck to give us something to do on turn 3 if we have issues with backup. But the fact of the matter is that it just got killed a lot of the times, either by mono white bounce or, you know, exiling it, or just other standard meta decks killing it and bouncing it, things like that. So it actually ended up being a bit of a liability. The body was kind of good, and of course my mind behind it was another way to ramp into it because it gives us 2 mana on the backside, but it just proved to be a little too clunky. So we took it out, and that's when I moved down to like things like Emergent Sequence and Root Coil Creeper to kind of make sure we can ramp on 2 to get to 4 and kind of skip our turn 3, so to speak. Now we do have a backup plan, which is kind of why I err more on the werewolf side as well, because we do have 4 different werewolves, and that is the form of Suspicious Stowaway. I actually like this card a lot. I've been meaning to try to get to play it, and I felt this is a good shell to play it. Against control decks, we could just play this early. It starts the day-night cycle early, so we have a higher chance of our werewolves being on the night side later on in the game. But more so as well, it's a way to filter our hand, pitch our more expensive cards if we need to draw it, or maybe pitch our ramp if we already have enough power or mana. And of course, if we play it early enough, with the way our deck works out with like Dryad and things like that, and negates, that we can flip it to where we actually just start drawing straight up cards off of it, which I think is extremely powerful as well. Later in the game, it's still something we could potentially bounce with Horror or untap with Piper. So I like the card as well. I'm just playing around. You see a lot of 3-ofs in the deck just because I'm still kind of tweaking it and figuring it out. But the deck was a lot of fun. Disclaimer, I will not lie. It's good against mono green, and it's solid against red green, but it does struggle against mono white. They just come out the gate a little too fast for us. So I did talk about it in the end review, so I'll leave that there, and we can clean up the power base a little bit more. I just didn't want to craft it just yet, but obviously Cascades, and then we can also add in the creature lands, which I don't remember the name of it now. I think it's a giant, right? Let me just, so I'm thorough with you guys. It has to be a blue. It's Hall of something, right? Maybe I could just look up Hall. I had it, and I just completely forgot about it. All right, I guess I don't have any of them. Okay, my mistake. I thought I did. But, of course, you could put the Hall of Giants or whatnot on here as well. But, all right, guys, that is the deck. So, without further ado, let's get into it. All right, I think this works. We'll keep it. See if it gets us there. Against a ramp. Mono green, maybe? Ooh. Nice. I like that. Go ahead and play the pathway. And then we might either block and sack, or just worry disruption, maybe negate. We'll see if our opponent's going to play Cadillac here. If they attack, it doesn't look like they are. Yeah, I think I like disrupting here. Seems fair. There's off our mana a little bit. We can get Stowaway down. And takes 2, so we'll just attack for 1. Think that works out well. Be able to pitch one of our bigger dudes. See the burner removal spell here on our Suspicious Stowaway. If they don't play a spell, we can flip it and draw a card. Yeah, fair enough. These are Dryad alive, so I'm alright with that. 2 negates in hand, which is unfortunate. Take the 5 and like it. So we draw a land next turn, we'll be able to stabilize. That seems kind of sweet. Right, we'll ramp one land out, play another one, we could play Huntmaster. I don't think there's much that mono green can do. Block 3 here. Cool. Okay, I messed that up. Ooh, sorry about that. That was loud, guys. Alright, land off the top. Can we do it? Be nice if they try to Cadillac here. They do not. Yes. Let's do it. And it's night. You gotta love it. Gotta love it. Not sure how we get punished here, but I have to feel pretty good. I have negate up and horror. I like that artwork. So we could fight. Sadly, we don't have like a good combo as far as like being able to attack and then fight mid-combat. He sent it back, which is kind of nice. It's coming into play tapped is unfortunate. Do we attack here? Doesn't really feel great. They could just activate to make sure it dies. So I think we just go here and send it back. 1, 2, 3. We can fight here. I wonder if that's better. We just fight here right now. Make another dude. Let's fight on their upkeep, I think. Yeah, this is 7 awkwardly. This guy fights this guy. Now if they do something, it burns some of their mana. We still have the dude to block. Negate. Feeling pretty good about where we're at right now. They're tapped out, so we can attack with our pack leader now. Piper a little late to the party. Feeling pretty good about where we're at, though. We have negate back up if we need to. So we'll see here. I think they could play whatever they want, honestly. We want an EOT horror, and then we could play Piper to bounce whatever they play. Nothing. Alright. Play Hullbreaker. Think that locks it up. Let's bounce. Maybe that's incorrect. Negate. Bounce that guy. And then bounce that guy. The negate stops the snakeskin veil. And we refuel our hand. Or not refuel, but it seems pretty good. Sure, another werewolf seems fine. And then go to combat. And I'm feeling pretty good about this. Alright, so at least we did alright against a mono green variant. Yeah, I can't imagine them having something here. A fog. They can fire up the Hydra if they want. But instead, they're just going to call it up. That's game. Alright, sweet. I'll take it. Not a bad opener. Alright, man, this hand would have been sweet. We had a green source. As is, I don't quite think we get there, so we're going to mulligan this. And apparently our deck does not want to give us green. Guess we keep this and... let's pitch the Caretaker for right now, unfortunately. Hopefully we'll behold to draw some cards. Let's see what's up. Not exactly what we want to be doing. Green, blue, white though, so maybe we're gonna have some time. We'll see. Are they gonna leave up their own Jawari? Send it back. Interesting. Interesting. Huh. That is interesting. Would like to leave up disruption, but I also want us to make sure we hit land. So, man. Okay, so apparently our deck does not like us right now. Fair. The jig is up. They get to look at our hand, so they know it's going down. We're gonna have to behold next turn. Unless we draw a green source, then we'll Cultivator. It's unfortunate because obviously we just tucked 2 mayors to the bottom. There's a Piper. Man, what is up, deck? Alright, there's a green source. Maybe we leave negate at this point. I think actually we are gonna just take negate here. We have to discard a card. Unlucky. Let's see. Next turn, Pathway, playing Cultivator, grab a Forest, play Dryad maybe? What does this thing do? Okay. Lol. Alright. Almost want to leave up negate. We could leave up negate. Is that better? Go here. We go here. Oh, this lets us leave up negate as well, doesn't it? Piper this turn would be kind of sweet, but once again, we're missing the land, which is unfortunate because we can go to town. So let's go here, get a bigger threat on the board that take action, put a forest into play, send it back. And then that way, if they have like some big turn, we can negate it. If they feel to ruin us, that would be kind of nice. Honestly. Takes up their turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we're just gonna Piper and leave up Negate if they don't do anything this turn. We can also just level up Wizard Cast. That would be unfortunate. Okay, they foretold. Foretold. It has been foretold. All right, let's get in there. Yeah, I like playing Piper here. Piper gets around them having counterspell because it can't be countered. Starts the day-night cycle. Divide by 0. We could technically negate that and still play Piper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That if that's an Epiphany, we feel kind of bad though. We can Snakeskin Veil, but then we can't play Piper. We could just play Blossom. All right, that's fine. I think we let this happen. That's fine. And send it back. And now, if they annihilate, we'll just Snakeskin Veil. Takes their whole turn to do that. Okay. They're not gonna let us flip. That is fine. Let's see. 1, 2, still leave up Negate. Oh, this deck is doing what it's supposed to be doing. Yes. I like it. Get to go Huntmaster plus Weaver. Oh, man. Yes. Yes. I like it. I like it. Yeah, we don't care about that. Activate ability. Put Master into play. Ooh. Activate ability. Put Weaver into play. I guess you could technically put that into play, but now we can still attack. Yeah, this feels pretty good. If we put this guy into play, it would have put us up a mana, and we could have activated again. So actually, I messed up, but oh, yes. Yes. Oh. Guess we just grab Hullbreaker. Unfortunate, man. Oh, how sick if we had one of our mayors. Then there's nothing they can do because everything has hexproof. That's unfortunate. I mean, we have the negate, so if they have the negate, then get on them. There's nothing we can do here. Oh no, well, yeah, they could still have a counter spell here. So, saw it coming. Seems fair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we could still Hullbreaker them. Yeah, nice. Nice. Okay, that's their turn. Hopefully we draw land so we can hull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do we just play this now? Get around counter magic? I think I'm gonna do it to get around counter magic. Still so cool that we got to do our thing. I mean, they had it. We had the Snakeskin Veil. Should they have had a removal spell? Interesting. This is more expensive. Let's bounce that. We can bounce that if we want to. You can just play it, draw more cards, but I guess it slows down. Whenever you draw a card pull on target creature, I don't think we care about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 2 things here. I think we just leave this. That could be wrong. I'm not 100% sure. We have the Snakeskin Veil to save our horror. Should they do something crazy? If they play 4 to draw 2 cards, I think we're okay with that. They are going to get to draw another card off the elixir this turn. So if they board wipe, sack for a forest, Snakeskin Veil to save our horror. Yep, Doomscar's pretty solid. Wait. Ooh, did I just mess up? Yeah, they don't have the white. Okay. So we're fine. Oh, yeah, and I'm targeting the Hull Breaker with the token. So they can't whatever this thing, annihilation it. So I think we're good. They have another counter spell. They have another counter spell. We still, I mean, all right. I guess the counter spell is bad. Maybe we should have bounced our Hull Breaker. We have a lot of cards. Maybe should have waited on sacking the Dryad. Yeah, either way, the horror resolves. The question is if they're gonna let the Snakeskin Veil resolve. Them being stuck on white has definitely helped us out, for sure. But now we're in a bit of a scary position. Being in the tank. 1, 2. So, I mean, they could divide by 0. They could, I mean, they could do, well, I guess if they, the good news is if they counter Snakeskin Veil in any way, they won't have the mana to kill the Hullbreaker Horror. So we'll get him for 10. That makes it to where Elixir doesn't draw him any more cards. Maybe we could pass, make it night again. That way. Well, I mean, at this point, maybe they had work come up or something, or they're AFK at this point. All right, I'll take it down. Sorry for the AFK, guys, but I think we're in a decent position there. Not too bad. Alrighty. Well, this hand seems good. We can either Dryad on 2 or we can Stowaway. We have like all our early games, so we'll keep this. I think we're on the play as well. Let's see here. I mean, they could put Fire Sword. Okay. Fair. So, play Stowaway or leave up Jawari Disruption. If we ramp, we draw land, we can do kind of both. Also play a Blossom minimum. Here. Does that mess up our game plan? I don't think it really does, actually. Makes our counter spells a little bit worse, but I think that's okay. Like, most of the time I mean, ramping, playing Blossom seems good, right? Let's grab a forest. Oh, I guess we don't have a choice. Excellent, excellent. So, let's see here. Play this for sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can do this. Actually, I messed up. I should have played Jawari Disruption there. Tapped. I wasn't thinking about it. That's right, they do run Brutal Cathar. That's annoying. This is very annoying. So... here... and we could foretell, but I think we want to try to disrupt whatever they play here. At this point, that way if they do play the captain or something, you know. That's awkward. I don't really think they have 4 drops, so I think we're kind of stuck. Take the full contingency of 6. Yeah, I didn't think about Cathar, I'm not gonna lie. Cathar was not on my radar, like, at all, so I feel a little silly about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, and they have the 1 to play awkwardly. I was anticipating them not have the land. Hullbreaker, pretty much, I would think, because then that stops it from us being able to play it, like, at all. And it exiles it, so we can't even pitch it. Ah, okay, fair. Fair. We can use this guy to block, and then we're not quite dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We could play Hullbreaker. Still kind of feels like it kills us, right? I want to go dig, but what are we digging for? So I think we do just play this. Send it back so we can block. Yeah, I sequenced very poorly this game. Very poorly. I think we would have been slightly ahead of the curve if I would have been able, if I played that Girardi Disruption. Maybe I should have countered the, left it up for the, no, they wouldn't have played the Brutal Cathar, they would have just Spellbindered. So yeah, maybe I should have just countered whatever they played on 3, because their 3 drops are pretty scary. So everything takes 1 less damage. So, right? Yeah. So, Weaver still blocks here. Stowaway chump blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. Play Hullbreaker. So we need to play Hullbreaker, and then Multiverse can bounce something. So when you cast, whenever you target, well, whenever you cast a spell. So getting back our Weaver won't help. Oh, all right. Yeah. Oh wait, never mind. That doesn't work that way. Oh, that's unfortunate. That does not work that way. Right? If a source, yeah. That's kind of cool though. So we can flip this, flip this. All right. Annoying. They play a second spell to flip their things. Do they have a second spell? Oh, of course they do. So, how does this work? So when those things flip, we could activate this to bounce something? Is that how this works? All right, well, they stopped that. Interesting. So, block here. Block here. This lets us draw a card, unfortunately. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Gosh darn it. Block here, we get our dude black. Oh yeah, we get our dude back. Okay, so play, bounce. This draws us a card. I think we just need to keep our life total up. Okay, full control. So we have the 7 for this, right? But we die in the air? These give us 2 mana. How are we doing this? We die in the air though, so do we just let that happen? No, because we're gonna draw something we could bounce for 1 maybe. Oh, alright, so we're just dead then, right? Think they got us, unfortunately. Yeah. Having the double Cathar was rough. Man. Man, I'm not thrilled about this hand with our opponent going first. We're gonna keep it just because that's part of our combo. See if we can pull it off. Of course, you go up against aggressor. So we have a curve at least, right? We'll go 2, 3, 4. Yep. Paying for... Been sweet to have combo there to play Piper on 4 or on 3. Trying to think of how many ways we could ramp on 1 and 2. Might have to look at that a little bit more. Ugh. We may be going a lot wider than us, a lot quicker. This may be all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. One, two, three, four, 5. Alright, good game. Just get wrecked by mono white. Alright. Close. Close, but no cigar. Missing greens. We're gonna ship it. Alright, we're gonna keep this one. Let's tuck one of our caretakers. We'll go Jawari Disruption. Because we really want to try to hit our 4th land, unfortunately. Hopefully we'll be able to pull it off, though. Would have liked ramp. Being able to fire this off on 3. Or get him to play on 3. That way on turn 4 we can drop the Huntmaster. It feels pretty good, but not the best. Okay. Here's part of our combo. You can get it going. 1, 2, 3. I mean, at this point now, it's a little late to ramp. Seems fair. I guess we go double blue, so they play around the counter spell. Pretty neat so far. Yeah, we'll take it. We get the head on 2 cards already, unfortunately. Let's see, we'll fire ours off. Scout, see if they counter it. Jawari Disruption is a counter spell. We no longer really need the ramp, though. I think we bottom that. I'm trying to think if we keep that up or not, or keep digging for a negate. I guess technically we can play this, activate it. I mean, we're gonna play it twice, right? Let's just bottom. Lol. Alright. Play it, send it back. Would have felt great if this was, I guess it still triggers that, but it would have been sweet if this would have been a, one of our snakeskin veils. Nope. Seems decent. I guess I should have expected that from enchantment. We could double ramp, though. We could bounce that, get it back. Man, how sweet this turn would have been. Oh my gosh. Just can't catch a break, can we? Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice. Dig it. Dig it. I think we just play Caretaker. Or do we just EOT Hullbreaker here and then play Caretaker? I guess it lets us start getting in there, though. It's close, right? Oh, yeah, that lets us turn on nighttime, too. I like that. So there's going to be a small window for our opponent to interact with us. They're stuck on mana. So reasons we've kind of got there for sure. Wonder if it would have been correct to Caretaker there. Could have Huntmaster. Could have done a lot of things. I like the fact that I think it turned into night. I don't see a world where they're turning it back into day. So we can go horror end of turn and then Caretaker, and then everything gets. So we may hold the other two in hand. Nope, take it and like it. Does this resolve? Feel like if they had the Jawari Disruption, they would have played it. Play this so our guys have hexproof. Return that to hand, I guess. We can get that back later. We have plenty of gas. What? Oh, this spell can't be countered. Oh, my bad. Oh, gross. That's gross. I completely forgot about that. I forgot this can't be countered. Oh, so I don't think I would have fired off the Caretaker there. Oh, man. Unluck. Unlucky. Sweet. Like what our opponent's got going on here. So let's just go dig for gas. We can't play her, unfortunately, but we're definitely grabbing her. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. Unfortunate. And we're gonna lose our hull breaker this go around. 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. We're one shy. Yes, definitely gonna take the action. Man, so close. So close. Let's get in there. Yep. Like, there was definitely an argument not to do that, right? To bounce here to get him for 7, but I don't know. Oh, that's awkward. I didn't realize this thing... I actually did. I should have known that, actually. Counterspell was 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we have the 3, so we will just fire off the Caretaker. And then we keep these 2 in case they have a board wipe, but I don't feel like they do. Playing against new cards, interesting. All right, let's pay 3. All right, we got there. Thank goodness. Holy cow. On to the next one. All right. Yeah, I think we keep this one. We still ramp. Play a stowaway maybe when we have Snakeskin Veil up. Makes a Jirari Disruption a little awkward, but not the worst. Oh, nice. Let's go here. So do we just stow away here to get underneath them? I think I'm going to, actually. Get day-night going. We're not missing out on anything, right? Guess I could have waited a turn. Sweet. So we already start drawing a card. I like that. Question is, do we leave up Jirari Disruption or not? Is the question, right? I guess we can draw first. Let's do that. Play with the most information that we have. Negate. Negate. So let's go ahead and just play the Jirari Disruption. And then that way, end of turn, we can Dryad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. That's fine. Yeah, feeling pretty decent about this position, honestly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I guess if we were a little more aggressive, we could have probably ramped down early Huntmaster, but this seems fine as well. Right, let's draw a card. Ooh. 1, 2, 3. We could technically play both, but I want to leave it night. So let's go. Here. Then. Here. Wait, nope. Here to leave up Snakeskin Veil just in case. island. And we could once again play Stowaway, but we're not going to. Looks like we're going up against America. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we're just going to Stowaway next turn and hold Huntmaster. That way we can leave him negate. Because I have no idea what our opponent's doing. I don't want to get board wiped here. Divide by 0. We'll Snakeskin Veil that. I think that was correct. They don't get a card. We see a land anyways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Would have been sweet. Alright. Still don't want to flip. I like the fact that we're drawing cards. So I think we just play here. Send it back. And I feel pretty safe. Like, if they board wipe us, we have the negate, and that's game. No. Negate. Do you have a negate? If they do, we get to Huntmaster. Wom, 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 wom. Fair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do we just play Mayor here? Let's attack first. Discard ramp. And discard this. Play a land. And we could totally play Caretaker, but we're gonna Hullbreaker them. So pass it back. It's nighttime. Now when we play this, they're all gonna have hexproof. This gets around them having another board wipe. They're digging. That is fine. Stowaway doing some work. That's why I have it in the deck. It's a land. If they try to board wipe us, we're fine with that because we Hullbreaker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Looking for double spells. Fair. Oh, opponent. Do we have to? No, right? We just done. There you go. Go to combat. Plus that. All right. We got there. We got there. Counter magic got us there. Whew. All right. No ramp, which is a little bit of a concern, but maybe our Stowaway can get us there. So we're going to keep it. I mean, if we could just untap with Piper on 4. Caretaker into horror. Oh. We just gotta get there. Just gotta get there. We're drawing. So I'd be okay. What do we see? I'm not sure. Opponent in the tank. All right. Guess I probably could have cut the video, maybe. There we go. Keeping this. Gonna disruption on 1. Stowaway. Not exactly the best, but alright. Let's go ahead and get this going. So we get to Stowaway plus Campus, and then turn 4 Piper. But by that point, I feel... Ooh. Okay. Cool. Is there value in leaving up the negate? I want to pitch power. We just pitch the other Stowaway so this can flip. They may Cadillac. We'll feel... we leave this up. Alright. Being greedy here, but whatever. Yeah, we're not playing this next turn, so let's just pitch that. And then... Is Foretell? Yeah, it is during your turn. Okay, so I messed up. So is this a dragon? Oh, it was a chariot. Sweet. Sweet, we played it right. We get to draw a card. Yep, we'll take the 2. We could ramp here. Ooh. Oh, it is night. I guess maybe they play 2 spells. Yeah, we should have ramped there. Then the subsequent turn we could for sure drop our Caretaker. Because the chance of them double spelling here may be slim to none. Forgot she doesn't play the Piper. Oh, alright. Okay. Finally had a chance to do our thing and didn't. Oh, I guess we could now. Alright, let's attack. Draw a card. Ooh. Like the idea of Jirari Disruption, actually. We have 3 islands, so let's just get another forest. Like, we could Dryad to flip this. Right? But I don't think we need to. Because this gives a counter to all of our creatures next turn. So they have to do something here. Yep. That resolves. And then we counter the next thing they play. They have the one for the chariot. This thing's gonna get bigger. So they played around it. Well done. Guess we have to let that resolve. Do they fire up the old Cadillac? So they're gonna flip our... Okay. So 1, 2... I think we're still gonna be okay here, actually. Because we bounce and kill them, right? Wonder if we have to chump here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That leaves us 3 mana. So we can multiverse plus Dryad to bounce. Okay. So I think we have to take it all here. So for sure here, playing her. Oh, we won't be able to do this. I just realized that. Kind of want to leave up the Jirari Disruption though. So if they play something, the Dryad can bounce. What does it bounce actually? This is kind of bad for us. I guess we could bounce the dragon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we bounce the dragon in the air. Is that correct? This makes a dude, but we have blockers. Foretelling isn't casting it, so I don't think it triggers that. Oh, I can't do that. Oh no. Because then these don't flip. Oh, that's super awkward. Oh, but they get mana. Gosh, darn it. Oh, it's an ability. Okay. I don't know if that works or not, actually. Yeah, we needed her to flip. Okay. This is close. Maybe I should have blocked. Then we could have played. We would have had 2 more points of life. Oh, no, it wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have mattered. Oh, yeah, okay. Because this wasn't the +2. I'm not sure. Man. Oh, we could bounce us. So they pay the 1, we just bounce it back in the hand. Okay, cool. Yeah, okay. Fire up the Cadillac. We have good blocks. Okay, I'm feeling better. All right. We got there. Woo. Oh, man. Yeah. That was a close one. That was a little bit closer than it needed to be. So many lines. So, I feel like we need a little more interaction. Mono White's just a horrible matchup for us. I don't know. I think, honestly, if I'm being real with you guys, as far as to deal with the Mono White matchup, I think what I want to see happen is maybe these Reapers. I just really wanted to lay heavy on the 2 ramping into 4 to play either the Cultivator or the Piper, right? Is my reason behind it. But I'm thinking that maybe Snakes and Veil played out as well. But I'm wondering if maybe these multiverses, Behold the Multiverse and Veil, should be like cheaper bounce spells to interact with our opponent to like stem the early game. And the more I think about it, I think that might be correct. Might do another video. The card draw wasn't that important. We got a lot more card draw, ironically, off of the Stolways. I think the Stolways were solid. That was a good... It's a little awkward, right? I do agree that's a little awkward with the interactions. But the fact that we could turn on day and night early, right? So when these things do come into play, it's solid, is strong. I think that's very strong. Once again, there is a slight nombo between that and Piper, but... I don't know. Piper might just be I don't know. Piper, actually, I think it's safe being a 4 of, honestly. It's just fragile, but there's a consideration between the giant that bounces everything, right? But that's kind of a nombo with the rest of what we're trying to do. Versus horror, you saw it being flash lets us flip it into night, and then the fact that we can bounce is enough to kind of get us there. So I think the flex slots are really probably somewhere here between the Multiverse, Snakeskin Veil, and then like Creeper and Sequence. Snakeskin Veil helped a little bit, but I don't think it was busted. So maybe these could easily just be bounce, right? Maybe these Behold the Multiverses could be divide by 0. So we have extra spells to fuel up our horrors. But the deck is fun. It just definitely has an issue with mono white. I think mono green we're in a good position because we can kind of get bigger and they don't have reach. Plus negates and Jiraiya disruptions actually do a decent amount against them. So, but the deck is fun. I definitely like Caretaker. Want to keep playing some shenanigans. I feel like she just wins the game when she comes down though. So we didn't really get to see her showcase. But still hoping for the dream where we can untap with Piper and go Caretaker into Huntmaster, flip, and just smart smashing face. But all right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Let me know in the comments below if you guys want me to keep brewing with this deck or just kind of let it go. But until next time, as always, happy gaming.